Hello everyone. Now today we are going to solve next question of asymptotic notations. So this is very good question, and if you have understood the concept of asymptotic notations, then you can apply asymptotic notations question asymptotic notation concept in this question. I think this is very good question. So let us solve this question. See, this is saying T1 of n equal to big O of f of n and T2 of n equal to big O of f of n. So first I must fix the value of f of n. So let us assume I have taken f of n is nothing but let's say I have taken n square. You can take anything. So let me take either n cube. You can take n cube. So I have fixed the value of f of n. Now what could be the possible value of T1 of n? Now let me fix T1 of n. Now what are the possible values? I can take anything which is less than or equal to n cube for T1 of n. So I can take anything. Let me take n square. So possibility also, n cube is also the possibility. Either I can take n cube or anything which is less than n cube. So let us assume I have taken n cube. Now if you talk about T2 of n, so let's suppose I am considering here now T2 of n. In this case T2 of n could be anything which is less than n cube. So let us assume this time I have taken n. For T2 of n I have taken n. So this is the possibility. So I can take either n square, I can take n cube, or I can take n. So in this case I have taken n. So now let us take possibilities of the options. Now what are the what is the first option? T1 of n plus T2 of n. So T1 of n plus T2 of n will give you, now if you see T1 of n we have considered n cube. Now this is n cube actually. T2 of n we have taken n in this case, first case I'm talking about. Now n cube plus n. So what is the answer for this particular expression? So according to fourth property, first part, this should be the maximum one. So maximum one is n cube. So answer is, for this particular expression, answer is n cube equal to big O of f of n. What is the value of f of n? So f of n is nothing but n cube. So it is this option is true or not true? So it is true. Now this option is true. Now let us check second option. Second option, if you think T1 of n, what is the value of T1 of n? T1 of n is what? N cube, and T1 of n is n cube, and T2 of n is what? N. So I have taken this. Now see, n cube, now for big O this part should be smaller and this part should be greater, so this is obviously wrong. So this option cannot be true. Now what about this option? This option somebody is you may think this option is also correct option, but see, according to this question, this is n and this is what? Not sorry, this is n cube. This is n cube and this is n. Now according to big omega notation we have to prove this part greater and this part smaller. So see, this is already greater part and this is smaller, but see, this is not the only one possibility for T1 of n and T2 of n. So let us take this time, let me take this time n square for T1 of n, and let me take n cube for T2. So I can also take this possibility. So if you take that possibility, now what happens in that case? T1 of n is what? N square. Now T2 of n is what? T2 of n is n cube. So now in this case it is going to be false. So because big omega notation says this part should be greater and this part should be smaller. So this option is also correct. Sir, what will happen to the first option in this case? So let us check. Now see this, let's check, it will remain same or it will become false. Now what is the value of T1 of n is nothing but n square, and T2 of n is n cube. Now what could be the answer? Answer will remain same, maximum of these two. So what is the maximum? N cube is still, answer is n cube. What is f of n? We have taken n cube. So answer it will always be true. It will always be true in all the possible values. Now what about option D? Option D says, now see, T1 of n is theta of T2 of n. See, both values are not same in this case also and previous case also. So that is also not true. This option is also not true. You can take other possibilities also, and you can check. You can apply all the your knowledge about your asymptotic notations. Then you can solve this question. This question is, if you understand this question, I think that you have understood asymptotic notations and also asymptotic notation properties also. So thank you so much.